Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. I am aTone. This is aTone Tarot. What's up, Taurus? You're here to receive your marching orders. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get up into this message. I'm going to find out what you need to know financially speaking, emotionally speaking, as well as spiritually speaking, Taurus. So I'm going to pull 5 cards from my career and finance oracle deck to get your financial marching orders. I'll hop over to the tarot, pulling 10 cards from that to get your emotional message, and I'll close you out 1 card from the Egyptian oracle for your spiritual marching orders. All right, Taurus, you know the rules. If it don't apply, let it fly. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If you also could, please go ahead, smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. I'm really picking up on a rebellious state. Now, my Taurus is already stubborn and who they are, and I love y'all to death for that, but I'm picking up a rebel without a cause right now for some reason. Some of you guys may be digging your heels in, and I hear it's the principle, it's the principalities, aTone. You know, you really wanted to say nah, it's the principle, and you're not budging on something. So just be mindful of that rigidness. May get you in trouble, especially right now during a Mercury retrograde. You may have to go back and apologize or eat your words, something like that. It's for a small few of you, Taurus. So let's see what's up. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus as it relates to your career, finances. What are your marching orders? Quite a few of my signs are on an adventure as it relates to their career and their money. Yeah, this is giving you, somebody telling you you can't do something made you feel like, watch this. Let me show you that I can. And you're getting creative about it. There's a stubbornness, a rebellion, somebody wanting to break the chains around someone's mental. Like someone has a rigid mindset, and the Taurus is on a mission to change that. You want to change someone's mind around something, Taurus. Yeah, you are not the type, Taurus, in this particular situation as it relates to your career and finances to accept no for an answer, or to accept, oh, we've always done it that way. Nah, you not with that. You are wanting to press the envelope a little bit. You are wanting to show that you're only as limited as your thoughts believe that they are. This is a reoccurring theme. Some of you may be even doing spell work, making offerings, just to make it so, to give it that extra bit of oomph. Fasting is what I'm picking up on. That's considered an offering to me. Like making a sacrifice and devoting something to the Almighty, and removing something from your flesh or giving something from this earthly plane. Those are offering your time, energy, and dedication to something because you believe it in your heart to be true. Like somebody said no, and my Taurus said yes. Hell yes. You're not going to tell me no. Yeah. Somebody is wanting to create their own lane. Yeah, it may be a situation as it relates to your career where people are telling you nobody does it that way, or nobody's ever done that, Taurus, and you shouldn't do it because you're not going to be successful. And the Taurus is like, do you not know who I am? Everything I touch turns to gold. There's a certain amount of arrogance here and delusion, but in a positive, good way, where my Tauruses are delusional to believe, like, I don't care what the masses say. I don't care what the world says. I have the ability inside me to create whatever I want. Watch this. Yeah, my Taurus is, you guys are something else. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? And I have to say, I'm happy to sit amongst you as a fixed sign, as a fellow fixed sign, because that is the trait of a fixed sign, is to change the world and change how people see things in the world. And this is a prime example as it relates to career and a particular industry that you're in, Taurus, where you are changing the game. And you're like, no, it don't have to be done this way because it's always been done this way. Let me show you how it can be done another way. And you're willing to put in the time and the energy to make it so. You're looking at everybody like everybody wants things so fast. And my Taurus is like, no, I'm willing to play the long game with you hoes to show you that I know what I'm talking about. And by the time they catch up with you and where you are mentally and the foresight and the vision that you have, they're going to have to write a check for you. A nice big one, Taurus, and you're aware. Picking up on a Taurus collective who is playing the long game. They are not defined or restricted by their environment at all. This is a mindset that my Tauruses have, where they can envision the future. They know what their future looks like, and they're hell bent on getting to it. It's like, once I set it in my mind and in my heart, that's it. That's it. It doesn't matter if the world has seen this thing before. I've seen it. I believe in it. So I'm going to go get it. If you've never read The Alchemist, I recommend you reading The Alchemist. This is giving Alchemist. And you'll understand once you read that what the message here is in relation to your career, your finances, and all of maybe the bumps in the road that you've encountered or the stagnation that you've encountered. You might have been limited because of other people and their limiting thought beliefs, or the limited amount of money that can be offered up at one time to make something move. But that is about to break down in such a way, Taurus. You're about to move with momentum where you can ask for whatever you want. So make sure you know what you want as it relates to your career and finances, and don't just say something ambiguous like, I want to be rich. Be specific, be detailed in your request out to the universe, because it's listening and it hears you and it's about to grant that wish. So let's check out your emotional message. What are your emotional marching orders, Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do you need to be aware of emotionally speaking? I'm also picking up on some of you Taurus need to get a better sleep schedule. You need to do some sleep hygiene, like a routine. Putting your phone on D&D, do not disturb, at a certain hour every week. Making sure you're disconnecting from the computer and creating a routine for yourself, Taurus, where you're allowing yourself to get the appropriate amount of rest and sleep, and your mind can slow down enough to be able to, for your body to keep up. I talked about the fixed signs, and look at that, the Wheel of Fortune. Again, you have a stroke of luck in your favor, where people just like, damn, Taurus, I didn't think that would work. And you're like, yeah, you don't know who I am. This is giving Happy Gilmore vibes, Taurus. You're like, I'm me. That's why. There's a sense of stability that will be created from this lucky break or change of thought and moving out on a certain amount of discipline, dedication, and not submitting and giving in to what the masses think. The innovation and just creativity to how you approach something, Taurus, is going to shock the world. It's simple. It's so simple, though. There go the other card that represent the fixed signs you might be dealing with, partnering with a fixed sign. So the fixed signs are Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. Maybe separating from one of those signs, because the way they think is it has a limiting belief. It doesn't serve you. Yeah, there's a certain amount of balance that you need to implement in your life. Temperament, a cadence, routine. One more card. All right, Taurus. So you receive the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Pentacles, the World, the Five of Coins, Temperance, the Two of Cups, the Ten of Coins, the Three of Cups, the King of Wands, as well as the Two of Swords. So emotionally speaking, again, some of you are dealing with a fellow fixed sign, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, or Leo. You may even be disconnecting from one of those signs and realizing, you have to separate yourself because you are on a trajectory that is not going to allow room for some of these partnerships. For some of you, you are bringing these individuals along, but it's not come with a certain amount of loss. You're levying and weighing against what you would lose maybe in dealing with these people. You may have to make a decision to really close the book on a particular relationship and finally move past it and cut your losses. You may have to take a loss. You may have to get rid of something that is very close to your heart. I'm picking up a house. Like maybe you're thinking about selling your house and you don't want to. It's breaking your heart, Taurus. But there is another relationship or love that is showing promise, where this new love, this new era, this new person is your person. You know it. You're like this. Even if it's not a romantic situation, if it's a friend group, you have to close the chapter on one thing before you can successfully move into this next thing. But you're concerned about pulling the trigger on this, Taurus. My Taurus don't like change. They don't really like change. So something is changing and it may be an adjustment for you. But somebody or somebodies are going to keep you, keep your spirits up while you go through this transition. This is like having a good network of friends while you go through a breakup or a divorce. They're there with you. They're having a paint party at the new house or new place that you have to move into. They're helping you deal with and transition out of a difficult place in your life. Or you might be doing this for someone else, Taurus. You are the sounding board for someone who is going through a very difficult time in your circle right now. You're getting them out the house. You're saying, come on, let's go out. Let's go grab a drink. Let's go catch a movie. You're helping someone get their mojo back. And it may turn into a romantic situation with this Two of Cups being here. It may be a friend that turns into a lover, or a friend that you actually love dearly and wouldn't mind being with romantically, but you don't press it because you do understand that if you cross the line with this individual, it could interfere with the friendship, and you're so happy with how this person is supporting you as a friend that you don't want to jeopardize or mess that up. So it may be that some of my Tauruses are indecisive around a friend that they have mad love for. They love this person in and out, but you're like, man, if I cross the line with this individual, it may ruin everything. So you may be deciding to cut your losses and just say, no, I have to disconnect all the way around the board from this person because we can't be friends, but I have this type of romantic feeling for them. Yeah, this is all or nothing energy. Either we all the way in it, moving towards being a couple and being together, or leave me alone. I don't even want to be your friend. And somebody wants to just remain friends possibly, and like, no, we should just be friends. And somebody else may want more than that. Or there's an issue with whether or not the Taurus should take this friendship to that next level of romantic love. You're really hesitant about it. You are enjoying the friendship. You like, man, I like this. I want to enjoy not knowing each other as well as two romantic individuals would. Because when you start to enter into that type of types of partnership, that's when shit starts hitting the fan. You know, it's all good in the honeymoon phase, but after 6 months to a year, 2 years goes by, this person ain't as friendly to you anymore, and you miss that. So you're very hesitant and concerned, Taurus, on whether or not you should pursue this friendship past that point. And as it relates to your marching orders and what you're being advised to do, at the end of the day, Taurus, you can do whatever you want to do. We all can do what we want to do. You have choices in this life, right? So with this Two of Swords being here right up underneath Temperance, this is giving this choice will have major impact to your world. So choose wisely. Choose wisely is also what is being stated here. Choose wisely. But it doesn't look like either one of the choices are a bad look. It just looks like if you choose one thing, you know the set of challenges that you're going to face if you break the seal on this friendship and enter into romance with this person. Or the person that you're with, you know, cheaper to keeper type energy, you know, I'm going to deal with the devil I do know, and work your way from that. You understand those challenges, Taurus, and just operate and prioritize what you can tolerate from there. And that's, to me, that's how I make my decisions. Like, all right, these are the sets of challenges that I am or will face in this current situation. But if I move towards this thing, here are the possibilities that could occur, and what is more important to you, Taurus. Identify what is more important to you and go from there. Yeah, go from there. So that is the emotional message. Let's take a look at your spiritual message, Taurus. Taurus, what is your spiritual marching order? And if you haven't done so already, what you waiting on, Taurus? Come on, go ahead, smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate that. All right, let's see. Spiritually speaking, what do my Tauruses need to move out on? Protection. You need protection, Taurus. So make sure you're praying, meditating, cleansing, blessing your house, lining the edges with Himalayan sea salt. I'm picking up on that. Get you some Himalayan sea salt, Taurus, and look up some protection spells that involve Himalayan sea salt. You may be somebody's protection, someone's cover. You offer provision. You may be someone's spouse. I'm really channeling on the masculine Tauruses out there. You wanting to show up and be a good provider, protector. You're concerned about that. Just know that you're doing a good job and continue on the path that you're on, and you will be divinely protected, Taurus. For all Tauruses out there, both feminine and masculine, know that with the Ankh being here and this Egyptian god in this boat, that is their sail. That is their GPS, is the Ankh. And the Ankh is life, the continuation of life. Life goes on, knowing that as long as you have another day to get up and fight it out, you will be protected and guided to where you need to be, Taurus. So when you start to possibly doubt, remember I talked about how bold and delusional you were with a particular dream or endeavor that you wanted to embark on. Just know that you are being divinely guided and protected to move forward with that mindset. And no worries about who you might piss off or confuse. Confuse is more the appropriate emotion, Taurus. Be aware of that. People's anger and frustration that they come up and out their mouth with, the source of that is confusion, if not fear. But I'm really picking up on confusion because you confuse your enemy, Taurus. You ain't here to give a whole dissertation on what your plans are, because it ain't none of nobody's business. And that is the correct way to move out. And you are being protected divinely, and continue to move and operate in that way, Taurus, and you'll be all right. So that is your message. I hope that it helps. And until next time, peace.